Welcome to the Intercourse Show. I'm your host, Mr. B. Join us live as we are joining President Trump at the first border peace meeting. This seems pretty interesting, so we're going to log on. All right.
Rafah fully rebuilt, unemployment curbed, and Gaza connected to the world through an Abrahamic gateway, linking it with Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and extending to India and Europe. By year 10, Gaza will be self-governed, integrated into the region with thriving industries and housing for all. This is the framework for Gaza's rebirth: secure, prosperous, and peaceful.
It's amazing. Now we will hear from our distinguished leaders who are here today, beginning with the King of the Kingdom of Bahrain. You're welcome.
Of the Board of Peace, it is an honor to participate in this inaugural meeting of board convened by President Donald Trump. I take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt congratulations on this worthy and timely initiative. The meeting comes during the holy month of Ramadan, where we will pray to Almighty God that our endeavors will bring peace, security, prosperity to the world. As a founding member of the Board of Peace, the Kingdom of Bahrain recognizes and endorses the tremendous potential of this body, the extraordinary drive of its chairman, and his sincere efforts to unify nations in our common objective of fostering and enduring peace for the Middle East. We greatly appreciate President Trump's initiative in presenting the Gaza peace plan and establishing this board as a vital platform for dialogue, action, and delivery. As we embark on this historic journey together, we urge all peace-loving nation organizations and groups to actively engage in the successful implementation of the second phase of the Gaza peace plan. This includes ensuring a lasting ceasefire in Gaza, facilitating its reconstruction, and providing hope and new opportunities for the people of Palestine and Israel. This inaugural meeting of peace marks an extraordinary vital chance to envision a new future to Gaza, one that emerges from the ruins of conflict to building a landscape of security, aspiration, hope, and opportunity for its people. Reaffirming our commitment to the Kingdom of Bahrain has contributed the funds towards the operations and administration of the Board of Peace, and today we announce our readiness to provide infrastructure and skills to establish an effective CECA agreement with the United States reflects our commitment to advancing peace and stability in the Middle East. The United States' historic and ongoing presence in our region has served as a positive force for stability, and we remain dedicated to strengthening our partnership. We look forward with optimism to working with the Board of Peace and all of our international partners who share our ambitions for a brighter future for all. Thank you, Mr. President.
Next, the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Dear Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, our meeting here at the Donald Trump U.S. Institute of Peace comes at a moment when decisive and pragmatic actions matter most. In fact, it's about making durable peace through practical measures, but not through endless conferences with wishful resolutions. Mr. President, your clear vision and far-sighted approach to promoting global peace and stability has inspired my country to join the Board of Peace. The Board of Peace is widely expected to respond directly to new realities by reinforcing existing multilateral efforts. The world has never seen a move like this. It is absolutely unprecedented because, in essence, peace through construction is a very innovative concept or project, and it has every chance to become a reality by our joint efforts. Therefore, Mr. President, I acknowledge and accept your conviction that lasting peace must be built on concrete actions. As our first step, we are ready to contribute a significant amount of cash finance directly to the Board of Peace without any delay. Kazakhstan is also keen to be part of the restoration and construction process through international companies with strong credentials. The program, mostly funded by our government, may include the construction of infrastructure, housing, residential complexes, schools, hospitals, and other important civilian facilities, as well as the rubble clearance. We pledge to fully accomplish our financial commitment toward the board. As one of the world's major producers of wheat, Kazakhstan is ready to provide humanitarian assistance to enhance food security in Gaza and beyond. Kazakhstan plans to provide 500 scholarships to Palestinian students to pursue academic programs in our universities over a 5-year period. We for internationally recognized government agencies and other digital solutions. Kazakhstan is willing to support the ISF by deploying military units, including medical units, and sending our observers to the civil-military coordination. Sustainable development in the Middle East requires new ways to promote peace, cooperation, and trust in the region. That's why it has joined the Abraham Accords. This crucial is fully aligned with the mission of the Board of Peace. Both may contribute as a basis for joint efforts to promote peace and security in the Middle East and to foster economic, humanitarian cooperation in the region and even beyond. Given the global nature of Pakistan is committed to provide practical support, including through hosting meetings at different levels and scales. I also would like to propose to establish President Trump's award of the Board of Peace to recognize his outstanding peace-building efforts and achievements. President, under strong leadership, the Board of Peace will successfully deliver its great noble mission. Thank you.
Next, the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Уважаемый господин президент Трамп, ваше превосходительство, позвольте выразить искреннюю признательность президенту Соединенных Штатов Америки Дональду Трампу за созыв инаугурационного заседания Совета. Несомненно, сегодняшний саммит – это результат политической воли и прагматизма президента Трампа. Узбекистан поддержал миротворческую инициативу о создании Совета мира и твердо заявил о намерении принять практическое участие в ее успешной реализации. Убежден, что работа Совета позволит сформировать благоприятную обстановку для экономического и социального восстановления сектора Газа. При этом любой механизм внешнего управления должен иметь операционную поддержку населения сектора. Скоординированные усилия всех сторон позволят обеспечить устойчивость постконфликтного процесса и создать условий для скорейшего восстановления Газы. Подчеркну, что Узбекистан готов внести посильный вклад в возведение жилых домов, детских садов, школ. Символично, что нынешний саммит проходит в Институте мира имени Дональда Трампа. Наша встреча является ярким проявлением международной солидарности, миротворчества и общего стремления к улучшению ситуации на Ближнем Востоке. Мы должны использовать эту историческую возможность для построения новой Газы с процветающей экономикой и достойным условием жизни для всего населения. Благодарю за внимание.
The President of the Republic of Indonesia.
President Trump, distinguished delegates, Indonesia, from the first day that we studied President Trump's 20-point plan, we completely agree and we are fully committed to this plan. And that is why we joined the Board of Peace. We are committed to its success. We know there will be a lot of obstacles, there will be a lot of difficulties, but we are very optimistic with the leadership of President Trump. Vision of peace will be achieved. There will be problems, but we will prevail. We will achieve dream peace in Palestine. A lot of peaceful solution for the problem and in Gaza. The achievements of the ceasefire is real. We commend this, and therefore we reaffirm our commitment to contribute significant number of troops, up to 8,000 or more if necessary. We are prepared to contribute the troops to take part actively in the international stabilization force to make this peace work. Thank you very much.
The President of Romania.
First of all, President Trump, thank you for convening this very important meeting. And thank you for your involvement and leadership for the peace plan in Gaza, a peace plan that have been comprehensive and stable, and also for your efforts and results in other parts of the world. I think everyone desires peace, stability, prosperity in Gaza, but the question is how to act for. And it's why this meeting and this format is important. What Romania can do, first, on the humanitarian situation, we can increase the number of flights in order to extract children with disease and to treat in the Romanian hospitals. We've done already, and we can do for 1,000 children and 4,000 family members. Secondly, we had a good expertise in emergency response system like ambulance, fire systems, and we can help in order to rebuild that system, and we can donate some equipment. Third, we already offering some scholarships for Palestinian students, and we can extend the program, and we can help also to rebuild, refurbish the schools in Gaza. And fourth, I think the most important, we had also some expertise. We can help to rebuild the institutions like police, like justice, like public administration. We have done that in other parts of the world, so we have some expertise. We can contribute with experts, with trainers. And also it's important to say that we have traditionally good relation with the Jewish people and with the Palestinian people, so it will help. So we can count on us.
Thank you. The Prime Minister of the Republic of Albania.
Thank you for inviting me to be part of this journey, Mr. President. The fully aligned bipartisan vote of support this initiative received in our parliament speaks for itself about how honored Albania is to be a founding member of this new organization. Many in Europe say the Board of Peace is meant to substitute the United Nations. It does not look to me like an attempt to replace the UN, but if it helps shake that agonizing giant and inshallah wake it up, then God bless the Board of Peace. Mr. President, we commend your decisive role in bringing a halt to the heartbreaking conflict in Gaza, and Albania has confirmed its participation in the stabilization force with our troops. At the same time, I propose that this board invite all countries to contribute directly by building a dedicated public facility for Palestinian children. And in doing so, the world would help the children of Gaza, who are the most innocent hostages of the lunacy of Hamas, to grow within the tangible presence of the largest chain of hands humanity has ever joined together, by not only putting the money, but bringing their own architects in this, so the world will transform an wound of history into an oasis of hope, where compassion takes concrete form and the future is shaped around those who deserve it most, the next generations of Palestinians. Albania would be privileged to stand in that chain. Allow me very briefly to draw your attention to another open conflict closer to home, where President Trump's leadership during his first term brought Kosovo and Serbia closer than ever to a final peace agreement. The president of Kosovo was then brutally prevented from traveling to the White House to sign that agreement in the presence of President Trump. And this was the doing of the very same Sicario prosecutor that went after President Trump himself, and for that became worldwide famous. Today, the Kosovo president have now spent 6 years in pretrial detention before a special court in The Hague, sponsored by several democratic states, some of them present here, that should be shamed of that type of international justice. Just last week, Mr. President, another prosecutor funded by this great country and its taxpayers requested 45 years of imprisonment for him, a request that sent shockwave of humiliation through an entire peace-seeking nation. At this moment, only a few months stand between a man who rose from resistance to ethnic cleansing to become a peacemaker and the potentially devastating outcome in a court that has so far failed at every step to uphold the standards of democratic justice. For the sake of God, Mr. President, let's do something before, as you say, very bad things might happen again. And again, thank you so much for including Albania in this noble initiative by bringing close friends of Israel and of the Arab countries we very much hope to be an added value in your amazing vision.
Next, the Prime Minister of Egypt.
Your Excellency President Donald Trump, distinguished participants, I thank President Trump for convening this meeting. His Excellency's direct involvement and commitment to promoting peace in the region has been instrumental in achieving an end to the conflict in Gaza, which was previously considered unattainable. Egypt supports President Trump's vision to usher in a new era of peace and coexistence among the people of the region, in which the Palestinian people enjoy the rights to self-determination and statehood in accordance to relevant international resolutions. Egypt also appreciates President Trump's firm position on rejecting the annexation of the West Bank. Egypt supports the mandate of the Board of Peace as a principal framework for governing the transitional period in Gaza. It is necessary to fully empower the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza to function effectively from within and throughout the Strip. Also, preserving the institutional and geographical link between the West Bank and Gaza is vital for the Palestinian Authority to eventually resume its role in Gaza. Within the framework of Egypt's support to President Trump's plan, Egypt will continue its effort to train Palestinian police personnel to maintain security within the Strip. Egypt values President Trump's position rejecting the deportation of the Palestinian people from Gaza as reflected in the 20 points plan, and stresses the importance of initiating early recovery projects in the whole of the Strip in a manner that preserves its geographic unity. Let us consider today's meeting as an initial step in advancing these objectives. Again, thank you, Your Excellency President Trump.
Thank you. The Prime Minister of the State of Qatar.
Thank you. Mr. President, distinguished members of the Board of Peace, thank you for convening this meeting under the banner of peace. Qatar reaffirms its commitment to the Board of Peace as it was committed to the very first day of the mediation efforts. From that day until the end, when we have witnessed in that historical moment in Sharm el-Sheikh the signing of this agreement together with our partners. For decades, this conflict has burdened our region and the world, and our responsibility remains to achieve a just and lasting resolution. The board, under the President Trump leadership, will advance the full implementation of the 20 points plan without delay, ensuring fairness and justice for both Palestinians and Israelis. In this spirit, Qatar pledges $1 billion in support to the board mission aimed at reaching a final resolution that fulfills Palestinian aspiration for the statehood and recognition, and the Israeli aspiration for security and integration. We will also continue our humanitarian coordination together with our UN partners and the Board of Peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of the UAE.
Mr. President, thank you for gathering us today. And I really hope that the beginning of Ramadan will give us all guidance towards peace, coexistence, and living in prosperity with each other. Mr. President, just over 5 years ago, you with your friend, my president, Sheikh Mohammed, and the Prime Minister of Israel launched the Abrahamic Accords. And since then, we've managed not only to work with you, with Israel, towards a better future for the region, but even when October 7th took place, the UAE managed to work with Israel in providing, since the war started, almost $3 billion of assistance to the Palestinian people in Gaza. Today, Mr. President, the UAE announces a further $1.2 billion for supporting Gaza through the Board of Peace, which I'm delighted that I've been working with so many friends like Steve and Jared, Secretary Rubio, who's been so inspiring in so many other ways, on so many other fronts. Looking forward working with him in the future. And Mr. President, if it wasn't for your support, I think this board would not have been gathered. We would not have had the meeting in New York to end this war, when you gathered 8 leaders of the region to end this war. So, Mr. President, during Ramadan, we pray for your success. Thank you.
Thank you. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Morocco.
Thank you. Mr. President, His Majesty King Mohammed VI welcomes and supports your vision and leadership to foster peace and prosperity around the world, and in particular in the Middle East. Thanks to your peace plan for Gaza, a ceasefire was achieved, a tragic war was ended, lives were saved, and a pragmatic and forward-looking approach to rebuild Gaza was crafted. Today, as a committed founding member of the Board of Peace and upon instructions of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, Morocco is pledging the following in honor of the President Trump's visionary peacemaking. 1, Morocco has already made the first ever financial contribution to the Board of Peace. 2, Morocco is ready to deploy police officers and train policemen from Gaza. 3, Morocco will deploy a high-ranking military officers to ISF Joint Military Command. 4, Morocco will deploy a military field hospital. 5, Morocco is ready to lead a de-radicalization program to fight hate speech and promote tolerance and coexistence. To conclude, allow me, Mr. President, to briefly highlight 4 elements. The conditions set in phase 2 of the your 20-point plan should be met for the success of our action. Preserving stability in the West Bank is crucial. The Palestinian ownership is important through legitimate institutions. Lastly, you are, Mr. President, the only leader able to bring peace to the Middle East. We hope that the stabilization of Gaza will help launching a global and genuine peace process based on the two-state solution. Thank you.
Thank you. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey.
Mr. President, distinguished participants, after 2 years of immense suffering, ceasefire in Gaza has been achieved thanks to President Trump's personal engagement and our collective efforts. Yet the humanitarian situation remains fragile, and ceasefire violations continue to occur. A prompt, coordinated, effective response is therefore essential. President Erdogan remains fully committed to Gaza's security, stabilization, and recovery. Turkey has already been providing immense amount of humanitarian assistance to Gaza, can also contribute meaningfully to the rehabilitation of health and education sectors, as well as the training of the police force. In addition, we are prepared to provide troops to the International Stabilization Force. Mr. President, Turkey will continue to support your efforts towards a just and lasting peace. We remain convinced that the foundation of such peace is the two-state solution. Let us work towards that objective for the benefit of all peoples of the region. Thank you.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Kuwait.
I'll be delivering my statement in Arabic. فخامة الرئيس دونالد ترامب، رئيس الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية الصديقة، رئيس مجلس السلام، أصحاب الجلالة والفخامة والسمو والمعالي، الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أود أن أنقل لكم تحيات حضرة صاحب السمو الشيخ مشعل أحمد الجابر الصباح حفظه الله ورعاه أمير دولة الكويت، وتمنيات سموه بالتوفيق والنجاح لأعمال هذا المجلس. كما نتقدم بخالص الشكر لفخامة الرئيس دونالد ترامب على جهوده المقدرة والرامية إلى المساهمة في التوصل إلى إنهاء حالة الصراع بما يؤول نحو إقامة الدولة الفلسطينية المستقلة على حدود 4 من يونيو لعام 1967 وعاصمتها القدس الشرقية وفقاً لقرارات الشرعية الدولية بما فيها القرار 2803 ومبادرة السلام العربية. إننا نجدد دعم دولة الكويت المبدئي والثابت والتاريخي للشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق وقضيته العادلة، ولطالما كانت القضية الفلسطينية ودعمها تشكل أحد ركائز السياسة الخارجية الكويتية، الأمر الذي يحتم علينا دعم كافة الجهود والمبادرات الرامية إلى إحلال السلام بما فيها خطة فخامة الرئيس الأمريكي دونالد ترامب ذات النقاط 20، معربين عن أملنا باستمرار نجاح هذا المسار والذي يظل مرهونا بتكاتف وتضامن المجتمع الدولي. ختاما، مالية بقيمة $1 مليار أمريكي على مدى السنوات القادمة دعما لجهود مجلس السلام وتأكيدا على التزام دولة الكويت الثابت بدعم كل مسعى يهدف إلى رفع المعاناة عن الشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق وتحقيق الأمن والاستقرار في غزة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you. The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished members of the board, distinguished guests. It is a pleasure to be here with you as we embark on a journey towards establishing a lasting and just peace in the Middle East, a peace that results in two states, Israel and Palestine, living side by side in peace and security, a peace that results in transforming our region from death and destruction to hope and prosperity by integrating the region, bringing together its resources and unleashing its potential. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mr. President, has been seeking peace and justice in the Middle East for a very long time. In 1981, King Fahd offered the 8-point plan, which was adopted by the Arab world at the summit in Fez, that essentially established or reconfirmed the notion of land for peace. In 2002, Saudi Arabia, the late King Abdullah, launched the Arab Peace Initiative, which was adopted by the Arab world unanimously, as well as by the Islamic world. Today, the custodian of the Holy Mosque, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman, working towards realizing a vision for peace and prosperity and security and integration in our region. So, Mr. President, we look forward to working with the Board of Peace to establish this noble objective. And I'm pleased to announce that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia will pledge $1 billion over the next few years in order to achieve this objective, to work towards alleviating the suffering of our Palestinian brothers and bring them the peace that they and the whole region so desperately desires. So thank you very much and good luck to all of us. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
I know there were a few more leaders who wanted to quickly share a few words, so we will go to the President of the Argentine Republic, Milei.
Señor Presidente, defendemos de forma inclaudicable el derecho a la vida, la libertad y la propiedad y sus instituciones derivadas, la igualdad ante la ley, la libertad de expresión y el libre comercio. La defensa de derechos no es negociable, es un prerequisito para la paz. Pero no todos los actores internacionales juegan con las mismas reglas. Hay quienes rechazan esos derechos, los pisotean y se benefician de lo que los demás respeten. Frente a ellos, la buena voluntad no alcanza. Necesitamos instituciones con voluntad y capacidad de hacer valer las reglas. La paz duradera no se construye sobre consensos que ceden en lo fundamental. Se construye sobre la determinación de defenderlo. Si vis pacem, para bellum. La Argentina participa de este Consejo con la convicción de que la paz exige decisión política y una arquitectura institucional capaz de sostener soluciones reales en el tiempo. El presidente Trump ha predicado con el ejemplo, mediando el acuerdo de paz en Gaza, acuerdo que luego ratificó la resolución 2803 del Consejo de Seguridad de las Naciones Unidas. El Consejo de la Paz nace como expresión de ese liderazgo, con el mandato de ejecutar un plan de pacificación y reconstrucción, y los mecanismos para hacerlo, entre ellos una fuerza internacional de estabilización. En En esta etapa inicial, Argentina está lista para contribuir. Ponemos a disposición la colaboración de nuestros cascos blancos. Nuestra trayectoria en operaciones de paz es un capital probado que ponemos al servicio de la fuerza de estabilización. Creemos en una diplomacia que asume riesgos para alcanzar la paz. Creemos en el liderazgo que enfrenta desafíos complejos con determinación, como el del presidente Trump. Y creemos que la única paz que vale la pena construir es la que descansa sobre los derechos innegociables del hombre. El Consejo de la Paz ofrece un marco para avanzar en esa dirección. La Argentina lo respalda. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. The Prime Minister of Hungary, Mr. Orban.
Dear Mr. President, Excellencies, dear colleagues, first of all, let me express the appreciation of the Hungarian people to President Trump for his tireless peace efforts all around the world. Hungary is the only country to be represented here on the highest level among the founding members from the European Union. I represent a country which has been living in the neighborhood of a brutal war for the last 4 years. No, this war would not have broken out if President Trump had been in office at that time. However, President Trump's return to office offers a great chance to multiply the peace efforts not only in Gaza, but in Ukraine as well. We in Europe understand clearly that the security situation in the Middle East, and especially in Gaza, has a significant impact on the security of Europe. Therefore, our participation in the boat of peace is not only based on principle, but also on our own security interest. Let me also share with you that there is serious talks going on in Europe about the boat of peace and its future role. We understand that during the recent decades, international organizations have failed to fulfill their role to preserve peace and stability worldwide. Therefore, new initiatives are needed to bring forward the issue of peace globally. We are sure that President Trump's initiative to establish the Board of Peace is such a step to the right direction. President, we are proud to be among the founding members, and we are happy to be in such a great company. Thank you very much.
Thank you. President Peña of Paraguay, who tapped my shoulder, wants to say a few words.
Yes, thank you, Carly. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you for bringing hope again, President Trump. I think that of the many things that you have achieved in the last 12 months as President of the US, I think the greatest thing, and I'm probably the youngest head of state here, is hope, President. We have lost hope about solving problems for many, many days. A system that was broken, a system that was not able to bring solutions, now we're seeing from your leadership, we are solving the issues. I come from a country that 160 years ago faced extinction. We went to a war against our neighbor and we lost 60% of our territory and 90% native population. So we know on our own flesh the hardship and all the difficulties of war. That's why Hawaii is so proud to be a founding member of the Board of Peace. And we're here to collaborate. Maybe we are not going to be the country that's going to bring the more money or the more security forces, but I think that there's a lot that all of the countries can bring to the table to solve these issues. Paraguay, together with a handful of countries, have been supporting Israel, and we will continue to do so. But we come here with an open heart to work for peace. And today is Gaza, tomorrow will be another conflict area in the world, but we need to solve each of all these conflicts, and I really appreciate the leadership that you have taken, President. Paraguay stand ready to collaborate next to you. We're going to continue to support the U.S. initiative. Probably the only day that we're not going to be able to support the USA is going to be on June 12th, because Paraguay is going to be facing the U.S. in the World Cup. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Israel, please.
Thank you. President Trump, this is an important day. Your historic actions have proven time and again. You are a leader who takes initiative, forges new paths, and works toward a better future for the entire world. Your visionary leadership, alongside with Prime Minister Netanyahu's resolve, brought all our hostages home from Gaza. Thank you for that. I'm proud to represent here the State of Israel that stood through such a difficult war for 2 years on 7 different fronts, demonstrating resilience and strength. As I stand here, I recall the 925 brave soldiers that gave their lives in a war against pure evil, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and Hezbollah. These are the best people. To them, we owe our existence and all our achievements.
Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellency, President Donald J. Trump, members of the Board of Peace, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It's a great honor, Mr. President, to attend this inaugural Board of Peace meeting in this holy month of Ramadan, and may God reward you and make you successful in your efforts to bring lasting peace in Gaza. Mr. President, we deeply appreciate your unique initiative and your dynamic leadership in advancing peaceful solutions to conflicts across the globe. Your bold diplomacy has surely brought calm to many international serious hotspots. Your timely and very effective intervention to achieve ceasefire between India and Pakistan potentially averted loss of tens of millions of people. You have truly proved to be a man of peace. And let me say, Mr. President, you are truly savior of South Asia. The people of Palestine have long endured illegal occupation and immense suffering. And to achieve long-lasting peace, it is very important that ceasefire violation must end to preserve lives and advance reconstruction efforts. The people of Palestine must exercise full control of their land and their future in line with UN Security Council resolutions. Mr. President, we must work together towards a credible pathway to Palestinian self-determination through the establishment of an independent, sovereign, and contiguous state of Palestine in line with the relevant resolutions. Mr. President, we hope that under your visionary and dynamic leadership, we will ensure a just and lasting resolution to the issue of Palestine. And today is a day which will mark a place in the annals of history that through your efforts, through your untiring support and great efforts, long-lasting peace in Gaza will be achieved, will be your legacy for all time to come. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now hear from the president of FIFA, Giovanni, to share more about FIFA's new partnership with the Board of Peace.
Thank you, Caroline. Dear distinguished leaders, dear friends, I just have 3 quick points I want to mention now. Football, that's the first point, football or soccer as they call it, here is the world universal language. It's spoken by 6 billion people, 6 billion fans who have the same feelings. It's about joy, it's about happiness, it's about coming together, and it's about uniting the world. Mr. President will unite the world here this summer during the World Cup, but if we truly want to unite the world, we need peace, of course. And this brings me to the second point, because today we announce a true partnership between the Board of Peace and FIFA, and I'm very proud and very happy to announce this after having heard your presentations in Davos. I was feeling that we need to help, we need to do something. Everyone has to support peace. Everyone in this room, Mr. President, everyone outside of this room who would like to be in this room has to support peace as well. We all have to contribute for this, and that's why FIFA wants to contribute, because we don't have to just rebuild houses or schools or hospital or roads. We also have to rebuild and build people, emotion, hope, and trust. And this is what football, my sport, is about. And the third point is that, of course, as you all know, images speak louder and better than words. So we prepared a short video, and you can watch this video. I invite you to look at it carefully. Thank you very much. God bless peace, and God bless the Board of Peace. Ramadan Kareem. Thank you.
In a world where conflict has silenced playgrounds and broken routines, there is one language that still unites hearts: football. A simple ball, a shared field, a reason to believe again. Today, FIFA and the Board of Peace come together to turn football into a bridge toward peace, dignity, and hope. Through this partnership, a complete football ecosystem will be created, FIFA and the Board of Peace will build football pitches, FIFA arenas, academies, and stadiums. This initiative will support the creation of leagues at youth, amateur, and regional level, strengthening community engagement both on and off the pitch. It will also generate diverse professional opportunities, supporting the development of local talent not only on the field, but across all areas that bring football to life. Football does more than create players and coaches. It rebuilds confidence, restores routine, reopens doors to education, teamwork, and belonging. Local communities take the lead. Parents, teachers, volunteers, youth leaders, all becoming part of a shared mission to heal, to rebuild, to move forward together. Around every pitch, new emotions and long-lasting memories emerge. Community matches, fan gatherings, youth education, and sport programs. New job opportunities appear to become coaches, players, sport doctors, administrators, events organizers. We will create football ecosystem with thousands of people to be involved and engaged constantly. Together, FIFA and the Board of Peace will build, in Gaza, 50 FIFA arena mini pitches, with a cost of around $50,000 per unit. This represents a $2.5 million investment. 5 full-size pitches in 5 different districts at around $1 million per pitch. A FIFA academy with an estimated investment of $15 million. And a national stadium for 20,000 to 25,000 spectators, valued at around $50 million. These investments will create a complete football ecosystem designed to support communities and future generations. FIFA and the Board of Peace, united for football, committed to peace.
Thank you, Gianni. That's wonderful. In advance of today's meeting, members of the Board of Peace were asked to vote on a resolution establishing the principles of financial integrity and transparency that will guide the board's work, and that resolution has passed unanimously. So now President Trump, as chairman of the board, will sign the resolution in the presence of a quorum of the board. Now, while this is not a fundraiser, the Board of Peace has already inspired remarkable support from many on this stage.
That was President Trump gaveling out of the first Board of Peace meeting. He, has a vision for how Gaza can be repaired. He's got some countries together to come on both sides, both on the Muslim side as well as other affiliations along with Israel, to really kind of create peace, rebuild Gaza. So the one thing I would say is, I don't know where this idea is going to lead, whether or not it'll be sustainable, but I do commend the man for doing something. I think the what's been done in the past has not been working because the conflict still existed. And I don't think the United Nations, who played a part in the conflict because they determined how certain borderlines was drawn and things of that nature, and just kind of left a lot of things out in the open and unaddressed. And due to that, it's caused a lot of ongoing conflict that has not been resolved. So I think Trump is taking a new approach. And if nothing else, you should commend him for at least trying something new. I don't know if it's going to be well received by the people in the region. I don't know what troubles may lie ahead for it, but I'll keep him in prayer along with the other leaders to see if they can actually forge something that actually is sustainable. So that being said, I did want to go ahead and, loop you guys into the conversation. I think at different points, I may have had some technical difficulties with the stream, but, I did want to share this latest development with my followers and just kind of let everyone know what was, going on with the Board of Peace initiative that President Trump started. That being said, thank you all for joining me, and we'll talk later.